Back in my day, I could down 3 bottles of firewater. Coming up. Coming up.
All right, welcome a little bit later, but to be fair, that's the, well, technically a day late, because this is the extra stream I thought I was gonna do tomorrow. No, sorry, yesterday, on Wednesday. Either way, welcome to another stream. Welcome to Genshin. And welcome to the final of Act 1. We're still that far back. The game is telling me to, please go ahead, and I did not look at who actually posted that. The game is telling me to speed up until tomorrow 8, so we'll just do that. And basically, what we'll do tonight is just complete Act 1. I think there's not much left of it. So, that's the plan for tonight. Tomorrow, I'll then continue on with Act 2. And I think on Saturday we'll do something else. Might look back to Starry, actually. But anyway, as Pamela is still sleeping there, and she's gone. That was kind of funny.
The boss is gonna give Paimon a copy of the latest newspaper to read. That should keep Paimon entertained.
Interesting how she just basically spawned awake, interestingly enough. Either way, go to the Korolevsky Theater. Oh, it actually goes further than that. Didn't realize there was a back. Well, sort of back. There's not much in the back of this, but either way, let's go outside then. And we will see. We will see how things go. I don't even... What did I place? I don't know what I placed. Unless we're talking about... Okay, hello. Unless it's talking about those ice cubes in the intro or something. I don't know what else I could have placed. Okay, I mean, sure, why not? Anyway, we are supposed to go to the theater, I think. I would assume to watch Odette's show. I think Odette was her name. I suspect, maybe. But I still have to say, I actually really like... Oh, I nearly fell off the cliff. I nearly fell off the bridge, sorry. Actually, I do have to say, I really like... Snezhnaya so far, at least the aesthetic of it. But anyway, I want to teleport her first. Thank you. And guess who's there?
Ah, you made it. I've got some tickets, and I managed to set something up with the Rokot. It'll have to wait until after the show, though. Happy to stay and watch? I doubt you've seen the Korolevsky troupe on stage
We
before.
haven't indeed. That'll actually be interesting. Let's see. Of course, no problem. Thank you for sorting everything out.
Here, this is the way in.
Please present yourself for a routine inspection in accordance with theater regulations. Thank you.
Not surprising.
Is that guy with the Fatui? Looks like he's waiting for something.
He doesn't look like a regular
Okay,
Fatui guy.
all done. Thank you for your cooperation. Please.
We are... No, okay, no. No, we are still up next. And now he's coming to us? Never mind.
What's up? Everything okay?
I wasn't expecting such strict security here.
Snezhnaya's business and political leaders are always passing through here, so it makes sense that security's tight. Still, it's a little unusual to see the Fatui's Armory Palace guard here. You saw him, right? The guy right at the back. Strong, silent type. His name's Valeri. He's part of the Special Assignments Battalion.
So he thinks
I only ever
something's
see him here for
off,
one day.
too.
To look for a guy named Mitya.
Hang on, let's see. Valerie, head of the Special Assignments Battalion, Armory Palace Royal Grenadier Guards, 1st Regiment. As a soldier, he places great importance on planning and timing. Mitya, the key individual entrusted to his protection, appears to share neither conviction. Still, he has an uncanny ability to pinpoint Mitya's location, and sometimes even succeeds in keeping him under control.
Supposedly a
media?
researcher, though he never seems to put much time in at the office. The theater is one of his favorite places to hang out when he's playing hooky from work. But that's not for us to worry about.
That's probably
Let's
why
go.
he's here
The
then.
show's about to start.
Okay, let's see. Makes you wonder if he's going to track him out there or something
What do
while
you
the
think?
show is going on.
Pretty impressive, huh?
It does look nice. It reminds me of the Opera Epiclese from Fontaine, that
the one in
is.
Fontaine? I hear it's iconic. Never seen it for myself, though. Here we are, just in time. Sorry, coming through.
If you're gonna show up late, keep your mouth shut.
Well, this guy's
What's
not
his
nice, I guess.
problem? Whatever. No point arguing with people like that.
To be fair, I wouldn't even have said something
Look,
if
there
you
she is.
consider how
That's who I'm
big this
introducing you to
this
later.
place is.
She's the lead singer of the troupe, Vodyanitsa.
Vodyanitsa, the prima donna of the Korolevsky troupe, a mysterious Rusalka whose extraordinary singing has captivated countless audiences. But beneath the soaring notes lies a voice far more difficult to hear. Some say that few have ever understood what the water imp's heart is singing. Cutscene? No. Not quite, but sort of. This is not a usual cutscene, because this is still rendered, I believe.
This leads directly to the green room. They're expecting us. Vodyanitsa will be waiting for us there.
Oh. Okay, I was not expecting that. Follow Alyosha to the green room. Where exactly? See? Oh. No, no. Am I supposed to... I guess I'm supposed to walk on the actual stage. Yeah, okay, there we go. In the meanwhile, Twitch chat. Hello, Soya White. Hope you had a great day so far. That should be the door. Yeah, there we go. That's where the game is telling me. But what else do we have here? There's gotta be a reason for this room. And a reason for why I can go down,
Hey
but
there.
the game is telling me
Excuse me.
to not do that. I see.
Can you believe it? I'm so mad right now.
I wonder why.
Come in.
But there's gotta be more to this place, because obviously
Oh,
there's more
it's
things
you
that we
two.
can go to. So that'll be interesting. Anyway, see, I wasn't expecting to see you here.
Huh? You know each other? Oh, wait. Is this who you were telling me about? The one you met yesterday and couldn't stop thinking about?
Yep, that sounds about us. We're all right, especially if you consider how we met, or like what we found, or like what she found out from us.
I never said that. Yes, you did. Why are you denying it? It was right before I went on that rant about the moody factory owner. Oh, I remember it so clearly.
In the meanwhile, Twitch chat, how has your day been? My day has been also pretty good. Pretty good
Might I
so
ask
far.
What brings you two here?
All
Oh,
right. Well,
I
we
just
are
brought
looking
him
for
here to
the.
see the show. And when it finished, he was full of praise for Vodionitsa's performance.
To be fair, it did look quite good.
So I thought I'd try my luck, see if we could get the chance to chat for a bit. Maybe get an autograph?
To be lucky, also lucky for us, it
You
seems
work
that
here.
Odette is
You of all people ought to
suddenly,
know
or
that's
like,
against the rules.
the
It's
situation
not what the
between
green room
us
is
and
there
Odette
for.
isn't as awkward as it could have been. That's, I think, actually fairly crucial as well.
Oh, what's the big
So,
deal? Come on, don't be shy.
we will see how it
I
goes,
can give
but
you an
so
autograph.
far,
You can take a picture too if you want.
we seem to be on good terms with everyone. Somehow. Let's see,
Do as you please. I finished all my shows for the day. I'll leave you to chat.
well, to be fair, as I said, it's getting a little awkward again, but I don't think
I wasn't making that
Odette
stuff
thinks
up, you
anything
know.
bad of
Odette's
us,
just
so
too proud to
that's what I
admit
mean.
it.
And meanwhile, Twitch, I've watched a few streams of it and I found it quite interesting. You mean Snezhnaya or?
She thinks very highly of you. And so do I. You did the right thing in Svietloladovka.
We're good. Odette's out of earshot. I'll lock the door.
Oh? What is his plan?
Confidentiality, of course. The Rokad is very strict on that.
Interesting.
Whoa, Alyosha! Not out loud! Not with an outsider here.
Are they both members,
Relax.
maybe?
I've taken care of it. Look at this.
The president's reply sent this morning. Wait, so he's been approved to join?
See, as in me.
You told me last night that you wanted to get intel from the Rokad. Unfortunately, Rokad intel is only available to
Oh,
members.
so Alyosha has been pulling some strings behind the scenes. In the meanwhile, Twitch chat, Genshin is on top of my list, but I'm trying to understand the story before playing it. I just watched streams to get an idea about the story, and I've been here for like 2 hours.
But
To
ever
be fair,
since you set
this,
foot in Snezhnaya, we've been working
if you start
together.
playing it right now,
seen the
it
way you
will still
work,
take
your
quite some
character,
time
and your
until you
motives.
get to this point.
Everything about you
But
is
so far, I
perfectly in
would
alignment
pretty
with what
much
we're trying
recommend
to
it.
achieve in the Rokad. So I figured I might as well cut to the chase.
Alright, so Alyosha has pulled some
I wrote a
strings
letter
to
to the
get us
president explaining your
added to the
situation,
Rokad, or like
including just the right
get us
amount of
become a
detail.
member of the
His
Rokad,
approval
which
came
is
very quickly.
sudden.
Of course, it's still your decision whether you want to join or not. We'll respect your choice.
See, so that means you and Vodionitsa, you're both members.
Well, assuming Odette was telling the truth and she didn't misjudge you, I guess we don't need to worry about you blowing our cover. Still, you gave me a real fright. I didn't know that's why you came looking for me. So, that stuff you said about admiring my performance, was that just because Odette was here?
Actually,
actually
in terms
mean
of Twitch chat, I think actually, if you start right now, you can actually, like, I think you'll have to play a bit of the initial story and then you could skip ahead, but of course you will lack context clues throughout the entire story, I would say. So you can skip it. You're probably fine doing it. I wouldn't recommend it. Let's see. No, I meant every word. I loved your singing.
Now you're talking. That's what I like to hear.
Anyway, let me give you a quick rundown of how things work. Like I said, the Rokad is a covert organization, and we hide our identities.
So I do wonder what the Rokad exactly are.
Members
I guess we
typically
are
don't
about to
meet in
find
person or
out.
even know each other's identities. This helps us
Considering
maintain a high
they
level
are
of
acting in
independence
more
and secrecy.
secrecy, I guess there are... I mean, there must be a reason for that. So, presumably they're against the Fatui, we'll see.
Because of this, members are basically free to decide their methods without constraints. so long as the outcome of any activity doesn't violate the organization's principles.
After all, we don't have any ostensible contact with each other. This way, if anything goes wrong, no one else will be implicated.
Beyond the freedom to choose how you operate, it's also your choice whether to act at all.
You know,
We have plenty of
generally,
members who have yet
I
to
would
take any
prefer it
action.
in a way that I wouldn't have to, like, consider anything. Like, I wouldn't have to think about something, like, being secret, but... we will see.
In short, joining the Rokot in and of itself won't place any restrictions on your activity in Snezhnaya. There's a code of conduct you can read if it interests you. But basically, as long as you don't plan on using your anonymity to go around doing evil, you'll be fine.
I tried reading it 5 or 6 times. Never made it all the way through. Even the most lackluster script makes for more interesting reading.
Sounds good to me. I'm in.
Great. Then
Yeah,
I'll go
because
grab an
who reads
official
terms of
application form.
conditions?
Be right back.
Since you keep your identity secret, how come you two know each other?
Well, Alyosha has this pet dog, you see. His name's Tagarin. And this one time, Alyosha brought him backstage.
Did he have anything
Tagarin
on
took
him?
quite a liking to me, so I played with him for a little bit. and fed him
Or
some
were they in
treats.
like a Rokot hideout or something, and then he showed up
Then,
again?
The Rokot was out on a mission one day, and even though we were all in disguise, Tagarin recognized me right away.
Well, there you go.
Just a coincidence, really. We didn't report it to the higher-ups, though, to avoid dealing with the fallout. Like... my job at the theater, for instance. I really needed to make ends meet.
Oh, because I guess they then that would have been an issue because they would more regularly run into each other, and that could be
By
a
the way,
problem, I guess,
What were
for
you
the
complaining about
organization.
just before we came in? Did everything go okay with Chuganov?
Everything did not go okay. That's why I was so mad. I tried to make some small talk with him before I went on stage to fish for intel about the Iskra manufacturing plant.
That's a location we haven't heard
He
yet.
wouldn't take the bait. No matter what I said, he kept dodging the question. And then he started complaining. He said he didn't appreciate his second-rate seat in the stalls because he usually gets a private box. I mean, what did he expect?
So they
Everyone
all
knows that
are
if you
also
want a
trying to
box
get
seat,
some
you buy a ticket
information.
well in advance.
I mean, I guess
But
we will be
instead,
working
he sends me a
alongside
letter
them
the
then.
day before the show, when we're practically sold out. I had to juggle things around just to get him a half-decent seat, hoping he would appreciate the gesture enough to share some information. But nope, he didn't give me anything.
Yeah.
I do
meeting
wonder
Chuganov
how
in
we'll get to
person is
information
definitely
about
been a
Project
disappointing
Stuja, because that is
experience.
still the big question mark
Oh,
that we do
you
not know
probably
yet.
don't know who we're talking about, do you?
Nope.
Chuganov was that older guy you were sitting next to today.
Oh,
I'm sure he didn't make a great first impression on you either.
nope, he didn't. Oh, that guy.
To the citizenry, he's a family man and a kind boss. But our interactions with him tell a very different story. It's one thing to ask for a favor, but he acts like it's his right. He always expects special treatment. Take the ticket situation, for instance. I've actually gotten him a private box in the past. But not only was he not even grateful, now he's acting like I've sold him short this time.
So, you know, at some point I would be like, why even bother with him then? But he seems to be fairly important.
Not to mention that he's
At least in
never
terms
paid
of
for a
info.
single one of his tickets.
That's pretty outrageous.
And another thing, if he's such a big family man, why doesn't he bring his wife and daughter to see the show once in a while? I've never seen them here, not even once.
Oh, that's an interesting...
Calm
Would have
down,
never really
Voronitsa.
thought about
If you
that.
won't do it the easy way, we'll have to try the hard way. But first things first. Here's your application form. Go ahead and fill it out.
Right, our application form for the Rokot. There it is. We will have a look Oh, we can actually... That's kind of funny. Why one... No, it says the code name here, so that should be fine. Dodoko. Primochem, what? That is... I do wonder what would happen if we pick any of that, to be honest. Like, I don't know what would actually happen. So, but we will see. I mean... It seems like the rogue card know, but nobody else knows. So we will see. I don't know what else I would actually take here. Nah, I guess I go for the first. I want to ordinary people. That does not sound right. I think the rogue card is cool. I think I have to put an end to this organism. I need a part-time job. Mom told me to give it a try. I don't think... I think if I go for everything in the top, it probably makes more sense. I think. Oh, they're not gonna lie. Wayfarer is way too close to Traveller, I feel like. But, anyway. I don't... The 12. I just realized the 12. Okay. Like, I don't like any of the other ones, and I think, yeah. Surely... I don't know if that'll do any issues.
Excellent. We'll hold on to this for you. All right. Now that we're officially Rokat comrades, I can tell you. Chukhanov is the target of our current operation.
Okay, that's why they're sticking around with him.
Recently, we've done some recon work at the Iskra manufacturing plant, which pretty much confirmed that their energy consumption is way beyond the legal limit. All we need now is some direct evidence to present to the Vetcha, so we can demand that they shut the plant down.
So the manufacturing
That
plant
way,
is
the
using
Kresny
more
crystal
power than
can
it
be allocated
should.
to where it's needed most.
I was about to ask,
hoping he
is
might
are the
let slip
crystals
during one of our
doing the
chats,
power? Okay,
but he's
if
too
that's the case,
tight-lipped.
that makes sense.
We'll have to find another way. I'm meeting another regular theater goer tonight. Mitya.
Oh, okay. Alyosha mentioned that name earlier, and that's
But
maybe
Valeria's
why
here
the
too,
guard is outside
and
then.
he's probably looking for Mitya, so he may end up being a no-show.
Don't you worry. He must know how to dodge Valeri, or he wouldn't be showing up on time for every performance.
Is there like a
Mitya
back door
is a
here or
renowned
something?
energy expert. Although we
There
can't
probably
get any direct
technically
evidence of the
is,
excessive
considering
energy
there's a
consumption
way
at the
down
plant,
that we
we
try to
can
walk into.
accidentally let the information slip to him. The authorities should take someone like him seriously. So if he starts raising questions about energy use at the Iskra manufacturing plant,
Interesting
we'll get proper
idea.
investigation. Also, we're not allowed on site, but he has clearance. So all we need is his cooperation.
Since he's an energy expert, does that mean he might know the inside story of Project Stusha?
Yeah, so that's the other thing we're trying to figure out. Though I think we're far less likely to make any progress on that front.
Would be cool, but yeah, I
Still,
suspect the
I
same
hear
thing.
that Mitya is a bit of a chatterbox. So, who knows? Maybe if we catch him in the right mood, he'll let something slip.
What do you think? Sound like something worth your time?
Definitely, I'd love to join
Okay.
you.
In that case, you guys find a seat somewhere nearby. Pretend you're a couple of buddies there to eat, and keep your ears peeled for useful information.
So we're basically just going to be watching him, I
He's a
guess.
huge
That's
fan,
my
So I
understanding.
doubt he'll have his
That's my
guard up
understanding
around
of
me.
what's about to
You two
happen.
need to be convincing. If he suspects anything at all, he might stop talking.
Sure. Don't worry. We'll make a believable pair of buddies.
I'm sure we can manage a bit of friendly chit-chat.
Perfect! You've sold me already. Now, help me tidy this room up a bit before we head out.
Okay. What needs tidying?
The
Everything.
entire place. Well, I guess we'll take care of that in a moment. Go to Potwarren Restaurant. Okay. Well, they did clean it up, to be fair. Right. I actually do want to know. Yeah, this is the place where I went into. And now I can. And there's a door here, but very clearly I can't walk through that door yet. But there must be a reason why that door is there. We were same with this. Like, there must be a reason for that. They don't place random things for no reason. They just don't. So, well, looks like people are training here. Oh, is that? No, that's not it. No, that's just our ordinary NPC. Okay. Go to Potwarren's restaurant. We will do that in a moment. If I didn't walk into the wrong thingy.
If you'd like to see the performance, please come here to purchase tickets.
The exit the theater. We will see. It's going to be interesting, I think. At minimum, to say what else we will do in Snezhnaya. Let's have a look. But I still have to be honest, it looks really nice. I wonder what's up with this guy here. Like, I don't know what's up with that. Kind of feels like there's a huge tree overseeing us, but at the same time, I don't see where the tree might go. So, anyway. But let's see if we can get some info about Project Stusha from him. Hello. No. Whoops. There we go. It's time for precious food. Sure. And we're inside.
We come here often, so we shouldn't stand out. Let's sit here.
What about the Fatui
Now,
guards?
it's up to Vodyanitsa.
Just saying. The
Let's see how the
Fatui guards that
conversation
should be
goes.
all around here.
Mr. Metia! Over here! Over here!
Why is she calling him Mister?
Oh, sorry.
Aren't they
I got a
ass?
little held up on my way here. Now we have even less time than we planned. Go ahead and order some snacks and drinks, whatever you like. Let me see. According to my schedule, we still have 25 minutes left.
You're really pressed for time today, huh? I was imagining this would be a leisurely chat. If you'd prefer, we can always reschedule for another afternoon when you have more time.
Well, now he's already here, so...
No need. Getting to meet the lead singer is a very precious opportunity for me. I'm not about to pass it up.
And like, if he sounds busy, so...
I've already had to
If
decline
he
your
doesn't do the
invitation
meet, then
several
he'd
times
be
because our
wasting
schedules rarely
time,
align.
so...
If I don't grab this chance while it's here, who knows when the next one will come around?
Well, it's very kind of you to make time just for me.
What's going on with his scarf? It's like it's alive.
I'm not too sure, to be honest. But Snezhnaya is full of weird and wonderful things like that, so people tend not to bat an eye. I'm sure the same will go for the Eye of Grey and Paimon.
Well, to be fair, Paimon, I think everyone knows her at this point. That will make getting around easier.
The reason I invited you out for tea and a chat today was to get some feedback from a true fan of the theater.
And you have a note about Metia. An expert with the Energy Commission. He has an exceptional command of all manner of energy-related technologies. Though he can be rather talkative at times, his scarf more than makes up for it.
Well, I
If
genuinely
he
have
talks
nothing
too
bad
much,
to
his
say.
scarf tells
No
him to
matter
shut
how
up,
many
or
times
makes
I
him
hear
shut
you
up,
say
or
it
how do
never
I
gets old.
understand that?
It always seems fresh and new somehow. Maybe it's because the more times I listen, the more details I notice. Or maybe you simply improve with every performance, delivering it better each time.
Thank you! I'm delighted to hear that! Could you give me any specific examples?
Oh, yeah. The
Well, that's a
piece
new
you
kind
sang
of
today,
UI.
For example, beneath the frozen river?
Oh. What? Is that a thing where he's a...
What's with you? I'm just praising a good performance.
Okay, I see. This guy is basically telling him, like, whenever he says something he shouldn't, it seems.
I always used to find that such a bleak and
I
lonely song.
suspect that's
But the more
what...
you listen, the more you
Oh,
realize
hang
that
on.
it's not as cold and nihilistic.
Beneath the frozen river.
There's a certain
That
level
might be
where
a
you're
code for
surprised by
something.
the emergence of hope.
Maybe location. Maybe that's where Sushi is or something. I don't know.
Wow, I'm impressed. I didn't expect you to pick up on that. Actually, I only tried out that angle after talking to the
I think
composer.
beneath the frozen river, the fact that it showed up at that specific
Still,
might be...
Beneath the Frozen River wasn't on today's program.
Oh, really? But it's a classic. You sing it every time.
Almost every time.
Oh. Well then. Let me say a few words about that other all-time classic, Flying in the Wind from the Mountain Sparrow.
I didn't sing that one today either. My voice wasn't quite up to it, so I switched it out at the last minute.
Was he
Oh,
not
But,
there tonight?
Sorry, Mr. Mitya, but you were at the theater today, yes?
Of course I was. Remember? I said
I
hello
don't
to all
think-
the
I'm
crew
getting the
members
vibe he
before the show
wasn't.
started. You, Odette, and the others.
So, what did Odette sing today?
Nothing.
Elegy of the Snow-Winged Goose, of course.
No, she didn't.
Correct. I see. I see.
She wasn't even there, was she?
You find my singing boring, don't you? That's why you don't remember a single song.
I thought... I mean, we
Looks
didn't
like I'll
see
need to cut
her.
a few from the program next time.
No, that's not it. I swear. All right. I'll be straight with you. I'm sorry. My mind was wandering as you took the stage today. I enjoy watching your shows because the exquisite
Oh,
performances
did
stimulate
the
the mind.
scarf realize that
always
he's
sparks
about
some
to say
inspiration for my
wrong
research.
things? Maybe, because it seems to be smart.
So, whenever I get stuck at work, I come to the theater for a change of pace. Odette's dance during the elegy of the Snow-Winged Goose today was simply incredible. It got me wondering what she's been going through recently.
Did she do anything tonight?
That look
I
of
mean, we
sheer
never saw
defiance in
her.
the face of utter tragedy, it was so inspiring.
That's why I'm
I started
like,
scribbling in my notebook
I'm
right
not
away.
sure if he's now in a false confidence.
Not that I made a ton of progress in the grand scheme of things, but I still think it was productive. By the time I snapped out of it, the entire show had finished.
So what you're saying is, you didn't listen to my singing at all?
Oh,
Unfortunately not. I'm sorry. I don't know which is more disrespectful. The fact that I don't always come for the show itself, or the fact that I missed your performance.
Seems like things are getting a little awkward.
you look nervous. What's up?
Mitya just stepped into a conversational minefield. If there's one thing Vodyanitsa doesn't like,
Oh.
it's people who show disrespect for her performance.
Uh-oh.
This meeting was so hard to set up. Don't tell me it's already falling apart.
It's fine. I suppose this is affirming in its own way. At least, it shows that our performance really
Minefield
touches
somehow
people's hearts,
dodged?
right?
Maybe?
Don't let it bother you. It certainly doesn't bother me.
No, it doesn't. Definitely
She's showing a lot of
100%.
restraint.
I guess because she knows what this meeting, like how important this meeting is. Must be
Well,
tough.
I'll be sure to let Odette know how much you adored her performance.
Please don't say that. I always love your performances too. It's just that inspiration struck at the wrong time today. I'm usually all ears.
I know, I can tell. That's why I value your opinion.
She's about to smack the ice cream on his
I'm
head.
sure some people can't stand it when others praise their coworkers right to their face, but not me. No, sir.
No, not
Fair
at
enough.
all.
I still feel kind of bad, though.
She's definitely not mad at all. Don't worry about it.
But you know what I really can't stand? People who only show up to the theater to pretend that they're cultured. Makes me sick to my stomach.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Oh, is she now
There are
going
too
to
many of those
turn the
people
attention
around. By
to
the time they're walking out the door,
the
they've forgotten all about the
manufacturing plant guy?
show. What's wrong? You look furious.
Also, did Odette really
I
sing
don't know if
tonight?
you've heard about the boss of the Eastbrook
Oh,
manufacturing
okay, no, she
plant.
is transitioning.
He isn't even a
Ah,
theater
okay.
investor, but he always demands the same privileges as actual investors. Box tickets only, premium drinks, even the right to request specific songs.
Well played, Vodyanitsa. Seems like she's harnessing her rage to steer the
Yeah,
conversation
shout
back
out
on
to her,
track.
to be honest.
Now that you mention it, I've interacted with that guy before. I gotta say, everyone holds him up as an example of a benevolent businessman, but...
Is she going to now
know.
steer the
I don't see it.
steer the conversation into the direction of hello?
Yeah, he couldn't care less about what's happening on stage. He's just there to flaunt his social status. I hate that I have to prepare programs for guys like that. What's the big deal with that factory he runs anyway? I asked around a bit and heard some pretty shocking stories. Sounds like he's just another greedy capitalist.
And she's
Oh,
now, I
really?
assume, telling him now about it.
Yep, the things people are saying are pretty damning. Low wages, insanely long working hours, equipment running around the clock. And as if that's not bad enough, he also strictly forbids his employees from giving any kind of interview. Project Stuja has now been extended so many times. We're at the point where crystal rations for the common folk are
Like, surely he
enough
must
to
know,
survive
right?
on. Yet
I would
he
I would
wants
assume
to
he
get
must
his
know
greedy
about
hands
it.
on them just to boost his own profits. If the rumors are true, he's in serious violation of the law.
Interesting. So you've heard about it too.
What? So it's really true?
Wait, it sounds like he might already know about it.
Who knows? I've only heard the same rumors you have. But there's no smoke without fire. The Rooster's been coming down on us hard lately, demanding that we track and trace every single batch of Crystal. My coworkers in the Department of Energy have been tearing their hair out over it.
Because of the Stuja
The
project.
rooster?
I feel like he
didn't
must
realize
kind
he
of
cared
know
that much.
something.
Yeah. Even though there are no restrictions on Crystal trading, the poor will wind up freezing to death if we let the rich buy as much as they want. That's clearly unfair. Looks like we'll need to arrange an investigation into the Iskra manufacturing plant as soon as possible. I never knew you kept up with current affairs beyond the theater, Miss Vodyanitsa. You really have a heart for the common person.
Well, we ignore her
Most
relationship
stay in your
with
position have
various
long been
things,
indifferent to
but
the plight of humans.
you know, I feel like if you're active like this, then you are probably
Well, those of us who choose
well
to live in
connected
human
either way.
cities are naturally going to pay attention to any significant upheaval. Isn't the rooster a Fae himself? I'm just surprised to learn that even someone with as much experience as him is getting so stressed out over Project Stuja. What is the end goal of this project anyway?
This is it. We're finally going there.
I'm sure Mitya can sense on some level that she's fishing for information. But since their conversation is so relaxed, he might just let something slip.
It's stressing me out
But
too.
I feel like this
Only
might
made
go
better
wrong at
progress with my research.
in a
Things wouldn't
final
have dragged
moment
on this
though.
long.
Oh, so your work is related to Project Stuja?
So he's working
right.
on it.
The Armory Palace needs a brand new energy source. Not the power of the Light Realm and not elemental energy. Right now, the only thing that meets the requirements is the power contained within stellar linchpins.
He's just spilling the tea, what?
But harnessing that power is costly. Each step of the process requires enormous amounts of Kresnet crystal, from extraction to quantification to attempts at conversion.
I didn't expect him to just spill the
Progress
tea.
has been painfully slow, and the team is getting burned out as time goes by. Sometimes, I see people staring into space as if in a trance.
Could it be that this new energy source has side effects?
No, it doesn't affect us, because the energy is used for...
Yeah, he now he realized.
Okay, I got it. Stop choking me.
Yeah, okay, there you go. That's what I suspected would happen.
Sorry, I can't talk about that. I think we're all just exhausted.
He
We've
was
been working
about to
ourselves
spill
the bone for
something.
So long, with so little
He
progress to
already
show for
spilled
it.
some tea,
It's
but
no
he was
wonder
about
people
to
are
spill
struggling to stay
everything.
motivated.
Seems like I owe you an apology. I shouldn't have gotten so mad at you for not paying attention during the show.
But still, the beneath the frozen sea or river or what it was,
Don't worry
the
about
way
it.
it already
I count
jumped
myself
on
lucky, to
that
be honest.
would
I
make
don't
me think
envy
that
the
there's
people who work
something
closely with
beneath
the
there.
Sorisa herself. I'd much rather be in my current position. At least I don't have to shoulder any major responsibilities.
So they're trying to develop a completely new kind of energy.
It's a shame we didn't get to hear
Yeah.
more.
Censored by a scarf. Who would have thought?
Oh, dear. It looks like my time is up. I'm afraid I have to leave. I'm so sorry. We ended up barely talking about the theater.
That's okay. It was a pleasure chatting with you, really.
Oh, we did still get some info at a
Let's make up
minimum.
for it next time. Yeah, hopefully once the work pressure eases up
But
a
he
little,
is,
I'll be
but
able
he
to
is
focus more on the
certainly involved, so
performance,
that's
and
an
then we'll have more to
important
discuss.
nugget of info.
We touched on some confidential issues today. I'd be grateful if you could keep it between us.
Okay, he has realized at the end, but well, we did get
Nice
some
job.
info at the
Why
end.
was Mitya in such a hurry to leave, though?
That's why.
Sorry, routine inspection.
Is that what? Oh, he's looking for him.
Okay, let's go.
He's looking for him. That's why he had to leave now.
So he wasn't rushing to get back to work. He must have calculated that Valeri would find him here in exactly 25
Yeah, he must have.
minutes.
That smart guy.
That's
Smart guy.
frighteningly accurate.
One of the main duties of the Special Assignments Battalion is to ensure that important figures stick to their schedules.
Sounds like Mitya's arch enemy then.
All right, time for us to get going too. Excuse me, check please.
We'll settle our check too, then.
Alrighty, well that is at least some
hello there.
info.
Mr. Mitya paid the check before leaving.
Oh,
he
he
also
did?
asked me to pass on a message. He said it was an honor to share his tea break with Miss
Well, he knows.
Marionisa and her two friends.
And they're both staring at that. Whoops.
So he knew we were here all along?
But true.
This raises a lot of questions. Did he deliberately mention the new energy source so that we'd overhear it? Maybe his work isn't confidential after all. Maybe the key here is the purpose of this new energy.
I mean,
guess
there
that's
must
the
be
next thing
something
to
with
look
that
into.
location. There must be something to it. That's the thing. There has to be something to it. You can't tell me that there's
Odette
nothing.
and Alyosha have left. Time to head back.
So
and call
who
it a
knows,
day.
but I would want to point out that, you know, the whole thing of that. Right, return to your room and sort out the intel.
You're back! Here pretty early today.
How are you feeling?
Just gonna mention that. After she woke up today, Haimon felt like her temperature was completely back to normal. But her strength still
So,
hasn't
still
returned.
recovering. That's basically the summary.
Still, there's some good news. Paimon thinks she might have figured out the source of the problem. It's like there's
Oh?
some kind of mysterious power affecting Paimon. Paimon's
Project
never felt this
Snezhnaya?
way before during any of
Oh,
her
I would not have
travels.
expected that.
She only started feeling this way since we arrived in Snezhnaya.
Or at least, like, negative suspiciously. Some kind of mysterious power, you
That's
say.
right. The Armory Palace needs a brand new energy source.
Could that have something to do with this?
Maybe?
What is it?
I mean, it must be.
Anything that faces
Otherwise, they wouldn't. No,
know,
they wouldn't say it
What you
now.
get whenever you have a light bulb moment?
Let me tell you what I found out today.
So, they're trying to develop a new energy source here? And you think that might be why Paimon's feeling unwell?
Yes.
Well, Media denied that the energy they're researching has any side effects. Although, he did
And, I
say
mean,
that people
to be
working on
fair,
the
it felt
project
to
have
me
been having
like
issues with their
the
concentration
Discover
and
was
short-term
shutting him
memory.
up as he was about to mention what it could do.
And even so, those are completely different symptoms from Paimon's.
But that's weird. Like, surely someone else must feel it as well. See, this power you mentioned. Can you sense where it's coming from?
It's pretty faint, so it's kind of hard to tell. But if anything, it seems like it's coming from roughly the same direction as the Armory Palace.
All the more reason to find out the purpose of the research.
Sure,
I do hope that
waiting
now
here.
it's not a false positive because
Oh,
Paimon knows,
the
you
robot
know.
only has a limited amount of intel.
There's still one avenue we haven't explored, is Snezhnaya Wetcher.
Oh, great point! They argue about Project Snezhnaya every day. If we could sit in on one of their sessions, we might pick up some new leads.
But surely no confidential info. I need to write a letter to Alyosha.
Oh yeah, while you were out, Paimon tried all the yummiest looking desserts in the pot for you right
And
here.
racked up a huge bill.
This one seemed right up your alley. So, Paimon saved some for you. Come try it once you finish writing your letter.
Well, sounds like Paimon at minimum had fun. Right, let's see. Oh, we need 2 days later. Okay. We will quickly skip ahead. And then we will just say what we can find out. And realistically, we'll have to skip even more time ahead. Because it's at 8 a.m. Alrighty, well that'll be interesting. We have found out some info of what...
Alyosha replied. He says that we won't be able to speak at the Vetcha, but he can arrange for us to attend as visitors.
Okay. Sounds
Time to
fair.
get ready. Then head to the Snezhnaya Vetcha.
And we will find... I mean, realistically, I don't expect us to be able to find confidential info, because that would be weird, to say the least. But maybe this could just help us out further, right? It could just help us out. Who's there? Let's see.
Miss Vodyanitsa, prima donna of the Korolievsky troupe. What a surprise meeting you here. Will you be sitting in on a session of the Vetcha?
Sorry, I'm not taking interviews today. Oh good, you're here. The session's about to begin. Let's get inside.
Well, let's see. I mean, I don't...
Please wait, Miss
Maybe we'll
Vodyanitsa.
get some,
Could
like,
you introduce
edge
me to
info,
your
but
new
I don't
friend?
really expect anything huge. I just don't expect it, right? We will have to say, but I doubt it. Shortly after you take your seat, the meeting of the Snezhnaya Vetcha officially begins. Discussions on whether to extend Project Snezhnaya are saved until the end. As the rooster, Pulcinella shares various energy-related statistics. The dull and lifeless room suddenly becomes very animated. So I say, I already saw
In summary,
Snezhnaya
the energy
and
management commitments
everyone
made
we
for
already
the
know.
outgoing period have been delivered upon. Furthermore, both the production and consumption of Kresnik Crystal show clear signs of stabilizing. The relevant agencies have assessed the present circumstances and determined that the status quo can be sustained until the next period. For detailed statistics, I would refer you to the industry reports that have been distributed to all persons present. It should also be noted that while the recent blizzards have led to a significant increase in people's energy expenses, this is strictly a short-term phenomenon associated with a remotely located monster. Her Majesty
No,
Tsaritsa
no
is
crucial
giving her
info
full
yet, but
attention
at a
to
very
this
minimum,
matter.
some info
We
about the
should have
situation.
every confidence that it will be dealt with swiftly
Someone's
and
missing.
conclusively.
I assume these are all the hats, that's why they're sitting in the bottom, but someone is missing.
A financial report on disaster relief is also present in this report, courtesy of Pantalone.
Why does it keep getting noisier in here?
They cover the same old ground every single time. The rooster never seems to mind, but everyone
Oh, we're
else
still
is
sitting at
getting
the
tired
top.
of it.
In the thingy.
There's a general lack of trust. People aren't seeing any tangible benefits that affect them directly.
But why are they keeping it
course,
so
None of
secret?
that will be
If you think
reflected in
about
any
it,
of the
like it
reports on the
sounds like
table.
in research that sounds very important for the entirety of Teyvat.
Yeah, if it weren't for these hard copy documents, I could have at least made something up.
I've been meaning to ask, why are you still here, and why are you acting so chummy?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just out here trying to hit my interview quotas. Bring out the Kvass. Ever read it? Best-selling newspaper
Oh, that's
in
the
town.
person that was outside. Yeah, I see.
If I remember correctly, you guys don't even have a sales permit. You have to sell from stalls on the street.
Okay then. Best-selling street stall newspaper in town. Still counts.
And why does it look like she's drinking alcohol or something?
Order! We will now open the floor to the representatives. If there are no further substantive issues to discuss, we will then proceed to a vote on this motion.
Snezhnaya has a long tradition of treating members of the Fatui armed forces and their dependents favorably. But recent surveys shows that Fatui families in remote areas have access to 15% less crystal than the average civilian family in Snezhnograd. It's been said many times before, but it bears repeating now. There needs to be a clear and consistent rationale behind how crystal is allocated.
Or they'll
or
run
we
into
will
the
soon
same
face
issue we've
immense
just
public
had in that
backlash.
one town.
Perhaps you wouldn't need to keep repeating yourself if you would hear me out for once. I say again, true consistency exists only in principle. In the real world, fairness is relative. You appear to treat resource allocation as a simple function of production and population. So what about when the equipment used in production breaks down? Have you factored that into your equation?
Then everyone gets
And
less?
do you even know how long it's been since Snezhnaya last conducted a census?
If I knew the answers to questions like that, I'm sure I'd be a very wealthy man. And I doubt I'd be going by child. I'd like to bring the focus back to the specific issue I raised. Or do you wish to deny that favorable treatment for Fatui dependents is our long-standing policy?
It's easy to be a critic when there's no accountability. That seems to be a running theme in the anti-Project Stuja cohort. Defeat the ringleader and all other problems will magically resolve themselves. That's what they seem to think. But in case you aren't aware,
And nobody
not
really
one
gets
jot in
info
my
on what it
report would
is.
change whether Project Stuja continues or
I
not.
don't see a reason for why they're keeping it so secret, at least if it's just we have to find a different energy source. There must
So
be
you have no
something
intention
else to it.
whatsoever of finding a solution to this problem?
On the contrary, I'm the only one here
There
who ever
must be
brings
something
solutions.
else to it.
Child opened by speaking up for the armed forces. Regraders struck back with style in a war of
What is
words
Shay
ensued.
doing?
Our reporter was live on the scene to get the audience's reaction as it all unfolded. What do you say?
That's why. I think Child raised some issues that need addressing. I think Regretter's rebuttal makes sense. I think I feel like Regretter just dodges everything. Like, he just dodges it. So
The people have spoken. Child received raucous applause from the crowd as he pushed Regretter onto his back foot with a relentless barrage.
or at least
of
that's what it
questions.
seemed to me. Like he's
It
just
had to
dodging
be
it.
seen to
I
be
think.
believed.
Might be wrong, but you know, I think.
Now you see why they don't have a sales permit.
Let's see.
However this reporter wants to spin things, I haven't forgotten that Tartaglia was representing the Northland Bank when we first met in Liyue. So surely, their relationship can't always have been this strained.
You two are getting off topic. Let's focus
Oh,
on what
true.
the data is saying.
That's a fair point.
Mr. Pantalone, may I speak on your behalf?
Oh, please do. I'm more than happy to save my breath.
Crystal distribution policy undergoes modifications with each new period. The ultimate goal being to find the most reasonable method of allocation, which I believe is what Mr. Tartaglia also seeks. But I fear many may have been misled on this topic by extremist activists. To clarify, Project Stuja is not the root cause of the problem. It is merely a framework for resource distribution.
Thinking about the fact that they are quite literally sitting on opposite sides of the
most recent
what's effectively
reports
the
all point
parliament
to
here.
Snezhnaya's resilience and adaptability during this period of fine-tuning, and give clear indications that a distribution framework is improving with each iteration. To make drastic adjustments without first considering the risks would likely do more harm than
You know,
good.
I feel
It would
like
be a waste
I
of the
do feel
hard-won
like it
experience we've
sounds.
gained to date.
Again, we don't know everything about Susha, but it sounds like, at least from what we know so far,
Renowned
if they
scholar
were
of finance,
if they were
Aripov
more
spoke up to
serious,
clarify the fiscal logic,
like more
clearly alluding to
more
social organizations like the
transparent,
Volkov
I
in his
think.
words.
Okay.
With the notorious Lelex still active to this day, should the Rokot be held responsible? No, there is someone else to blame.
What?
She's just rephrasing what Mr. Pantalone said. The Rokot are the critics he accuses of taking no responsibility for their actions. As for Lilac, you won't have heard of him yet. He's currently the most famous member of the Rokot.
Interesting.
Well, more like infamous.
But anyway, it sounds to me like, at least so far, Susha would have
Project
probably
Stuja has
more
become
public
an
support if they
obsession for
were
him.
transparent.
Unlike the more decent ones among us, he believes that votes in the Vetcha are all that matter. So whether it's threats, coercion, or bribery, he'll use whatever means necessary to get people to change their vote.
There's more to Rokot than I
And since
thought.
we're already on the subject, what do you think of Lelec's methods? Are you for or against?
I just say I suspect there's more to the story. That's what I suspect. Like, as it stands now, I think if they were just transparent about Susha, there would be more public support. But there's probably a reason why they're not.
Well, whatever the story is, his actions benefit us all. We stand with Lelec.
At least someone here wants to take this discussion seriously. I've been considering that issue myself. What you really need is more precise regional data, right? I think it would be easiest to let the Fatui handle it, since they're already in charge of Crystal shipments anyway. We may as well get them to collect some data while they're at it.
Getting some info, I guess, about it
Whatever you
will
need, you can ask the Fatui to look into it for
get
you.
census and everything.
In terms
I
of supervision,
think.
I think the Druzhna would be a good fit. I had hoped to discuss this with Miss Vesna, but sadly, she's not present.
I will be happy to take a note of your suggestions and present them to Commander Vesna for a decision upon her return. The Commander has always taken a keen interest in Project Stuja. However, given the Druzhna's demanding workload, I'm afraid it may prove difficult for them to provide any practical support.
Let us refrain from jumping to conclusions until a concrete and actionable plan is in place.
My apologies, Lord Rooster.
There are numerous issues to address here, including manpower, time sensitivity, and reporting lines. Nevertheless, I support drafting a proposal.
I don't think we'll get any notable
Follow the
info here,
usual
to be
procedure,
honest.
and
That's
it
the
can be
thing.
raised as a new motion for all parties to evaluate at the appropriate time.
But who knows?
In that case, I'd like to share one thought before the proposal is drafted. The issue of time sensitivity was raised just now, which I presume relates to the official reports.
Royal Energy Commission of
In
Snezhnaya.
fact, the Energy Commission already collects regular statistics on each urban center and its surrounding area. Would these be of any use?
That's a good idea. I read every issue of Sviet Lolaidovka's report, and although my focus is mostly on the section about equipment operation, the energy consumption statistics also yield a lot of insights.
Be that as it may, does no one see an issue with using local data to determine crystal quotas? In the
Is he
long
afraid of
term,
someone
it seems
messing the
like
data
a very
up?
risky solution.
Maybe, or
Not
that's,
if they're
I don't
used
know.
purely for reference. So long as we have the report from the Northland Bank's headquarters to corroborate it, no one will be able to fool me.
Very well then. It appears that this arrangement is acceptable to all parties.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
The members reached a provisional consensus on the issue of improving treatment for Fatui soldiers.
And she's getting bored. You notice the reporter shut down a few words before suddenly crossing everything out and starting a fresh paragraph.
Today, the prima donna of the Korylevsky troupe attended a session of the Snezhnograd Vecha in the company of a
She's switching
dashing
over to
young
us because
man.
there's
The
nothing
question on
interesting
all
to
our minds
report.
is, what is the true
I
nature of their
see.
relationship?
Write anything like that again, and I'm revoking your permission to interview the troupe. Got it?
Yeah, because that's not true at all. Anyway, the remaining discussion covers everything from energy to healthcare, technology, and industry. All parties take the opportunity to express their stance on Project Stusha. You ignore Mironova as she carries on writing her sensationalist report. But after a while, you start to feel that reading the news from her might actually be more interesting than being here in person.
Now then, if there are no further contributions from those present, we shall proceed to the final
It's
vote.
going to pass. Barely, but it's going to pass.
Hey, check it out!
Is that Chuganov?
What made him vote against? Why now?
The votes have been tallied. Those in favor of continuing Project Stusha total 61%, securing a clear majority.
That was too close. The margin has shrunk yet again. Chuganov was a huge loss.
I'll bet Lelek is behind this. I wonder how Pulcinella will respond this time.
Again, I think support would raise if they were, but they probably all know, don't they?
Again.
Yes, go Lelek. Once Project Stusha is defeated, our unwavering support at Bring Out the Kvass will finally pay off when we make our comeback. I can taste our victory already!
In accordance with the result of this vote, Project Stusha will remain in effect until the next Vecha period. Finally, may I remind us all, we debate only for the greater glory and solidarity of our nation. May the aurora shine ever on.
Well,
and
who
the
knows?
tundra always
We have heard the
stand
first
firm.
few nuggets about it.
The session is concluded.
But it's not much. Can we go down? Well, everyone is already gone, so never mind. We can sit here though. We actually could. Actually, now that I think about it. Nothing back here. Can I also? I mean, I probably can. Anyway, talk to Voidnanitsa.
I have to say, I really wasn't expecting Chukanov to vote against Project Stusha.
Why? What's so strange about that?
Well, in principle, Snezhnaya's business and political elites ought to be the ones least likely to oppose it. As we heard, Project Stuja is basically just a resource distribution framework that requires everyone to cut back during the winter.
I mean, they are basically working on some alternative.
Even if the policy got
Whatever
canceled,
that may
the
be.
Tsaritsa's energy needs wouldn't suddenly go down. The extra demand from the public would have to be filled from somewhere. So logically, the factories would have to take the hit.
I mean, earlier it sounded like Stuja is basically like the energy saying to figure out a different energy. So
I got a letter from Mr.
I don't know.
Mitra just before today's session. He said he's confirmed that there are issues around overtime and excessive energy consumption at the Iskra manufacturing plant.
Oh, that's where he's from now.
In a situation like this,
Uh-oh.
once the Rooster receives the report, he'll order the factory to halt production and submit to an investigation before.
Now, is that
issuing a
why he
penalty.
voted against it? Because that would lessen the blow.
But that's a week-long process, and thus didn't make it onto the Vetcha agenda this time. I don't think he suspects anything so far.
Got it. So for him, it's a choice between reducing production and stopping entirely.
Exactly. And as you know, he's a very selfish person.
So he would never want to stop, because then we would stop earning
I
money.
was originally gonna try
That's,
and flip him
I
after
guess,
he
it.
received notice of the official sanctions. My plan was to convince him that the whole thing was completely unfair. Rather than just sit back and take the hit while his factory stopped production, he'd be better off voting to end Project Stuja. At least that way, no one else would be able to make any money either, because all the factories would suddenly have more limited energy to work with. But now, he's already voted against it, which means someone must have used more forceful means to change his vote.
Others have been saying,
Everyone
Lilac.
else who flipped.
But I thought Stuja is just a energy sink, and then canceling it would unlock more energy for everyone.
Yeah.
At least I thought it was the
so
case.
obsessed with ending Project Stuja, but by the looks of it, he's inching closer and closer to success.
Lelik must have strong motivations, given how he'll stop at nothing to achieve his goal. Maybe he knows the full truth of Project Stuja.
It must be.
Maybe my next step should be to focus on him.
He's probably more easier to reach,
All right.
if you
What are
think
your
about
plans
it.
for the rest of the day? Shall we head out?
Hey, comrade. I noticed you were here during the debate.
Oh, both are coming for us, and he even.
I didn't take you for a political enthusiast.
No, we were just trying to get info.
Greetings, Harbingers. I just happened to have some free time today, and my new friend here thought it might be fun to check out the vet
So
shop.
that's probably interesting to go once, but I would probably fall asleep if I did that IRL.
Ah, Odette must have introduced you. Looks like you two are getting along pretty well.
I'll leave you to catch up. I should head back to the troop.
Sure. Break a leg and all that. Thought it might be fun to check out the Vetcha, did you? Things are never that simple with you, Traveler. There's no way you're here for kicks
Yeah,
and giggles.
no, there's
Tell
no
me
way.
I'm wrong.
I learned an interesting tidbit today. Some guy named Lilac.
Oh, yeah. To some, he's a captivating enigma. To others, he's the bane of their existence. No one ever thought that some anonymous nobody from the Rokot could cause such a stir.
I want to find out his true identity. Is it okay if I start digging around? Well, we are already part of the Rokot.
You want to look into Lelik? Then I'm sure his days of anonymity are numbered. What do you think, Sandrone?
Fine by me, I guess. If the Traveler actually manages to expose Lelik, it'll be doing Pulcinella a favor. In return, it seems fair to let him in on what we've learned so far.
Oh?
My thoughts
Sorry?
exactly. Sharing is caring, after all.
Oh, about Lilac, notably.
Head back to Glupov and grab the files on Lelik. It's easier to just pull the records than go through the rigmarole of getting the Traveller a visitor's permit.
As you command, child, sir.
In that case,
You know,
since we're
you'd
going to be
expect it
waiting
would be even
inland,
more
I'll have
difficult to
someone brew
actually
a pot
get
of
us the
black
info,
tea.
right? Like, I would have expected to produce this permit to be less difficult than actual info. But okay, I mean, sure. Hey.
One common thread among the many incidents Lelik has been involved in is that the victims are all too scared to share any real information about him. Clearly, he must have threatened them
So
in some
basically,
way.
like Stusha, but not really.
His modus operandi is to silently infiltrate the scene and leave a threatening letter behind. But neither the letters nor the crime scenes ever yield any clues to his identity. So all these files have to offer are short statements by the people affected. They don't give us a lot to go on.
If nothing else, it shows we're dealing with a trained professional who's versed in counter surveillance.
Would be funny if it turns out to be actually
Yes,
one from
and
the
to that
factory,
point,
like
he
one
often strikes in
high-ranking
highly
guy.
secure locations. The victims are high-ranking and influential people who take their personal security very seriously. Somehow, Lelik slips right into their rooms without making a sound. There's never any eyewitnesses, nor the slightest trace of a break-in. If he can get in and out undetected, it means he can strike without warning. Not that that's ever happened so far, but the thought is enough to scare these people sleepless.
So is he just talking?
It's hard
No,
to
he's-
believe that a human
he's supposed to
being
be
can pull this off
anonymous.
flawlessly every
Anonymous.
time. So they switched the focus of the investigation to Faye. Unfortunately, no one's found anything yet.
Are you saying even you couldn't pull it off?
Careful. Don't underestimate me. Although, truth be told, I'd probably find it hard not to blow my cover. Direct confrontation is more my style.
We haven't ruled out the possibility of Lelik being human. It's just, there can only be a handful of people in all of Teyvat who'd fit the profile. Faye, on the other hand, plenty would have the ability, but few would have the motive.
So it's someone as strong as Tartaglia, but even more meticulous.
No, not as strong as me. You'll never find the culprit with criteria like that. Let's go with a little weaker than me.
No, well, that's Skirk.
Oh, you hit me right where it hurts. I'll admit, he's strong and meticulous. But can we at least limit this to candidates who have something to do with Snezhnaya?
Skirk sounded like Skirk was his original master, I think, so that could not have fit.
He's just trying to find a reference point. Stop getting fixated on who's stronger than who.
But that's the most important thing. In my opinion, anyway.
Alright, let's take it down a notch or two. Well, that's the most important. Oh, never mind. How about Odette as a reference point? She's someone we all know, and I've seen her in action.
Odette? Yeah, that seems about right. Her skills are solid, and she's always calm under pressure.
Except she's Fatui, so the likelihood of her working against us is pretty low.
You'd
But
think.
Yeah, much more accurate than your previous example, at least.
No, wait a moment. Maybe we should interrogate that assumption.
To be fair, I would not be surprised if it's someone from the
What do you
Fatui.
mean? Which assumption?
Like someone who's actually upset with it and so on.
Her
I would
Fatui
not be
identity
surprised.
doesn't necessarily exonerate her. And when you think about it, the Rokot would be precisely what she needs to conceal her identity.
Plus, she wouldn't need to be such a pro at covering her tracks. She'd already know where the Fatui will be and when, so she could choose the perfect time to act. Oh, yikes. I was just thinking out loud. Why is this starting to sound like such a convincing theory? Still, what reason could Odette possibly have for trying to
I
call
doubt
off
it's Odette
Project Stuzha?
specifically, but I would not be surprised if it's someone they know from a high rank.
Arlecchino would be the best person to ask. She knows Odette best. Unfortunately, she isn't back yet.
They are getting fixated on Odette, but I just don't see it Well, to be fair, we don't know much about her, but
Rosaline used to open up to her and
who
brag about her
knows?
struggles with Odette. As I'm sure you can imagine, Arlecchino is quite a lot better with children
But I
than
would expect
Rosaline
it to be
was.
someone high-ranking, you know?
She gave her some tips on how to handle the situation, and Rosaline managed to reach a settlement with Odette before leaving. So I suppose there were at least no lifelong regrets left behind. Beyond that, I don't know the details about that side of things. But I do know that Odette definitely has a motive to hold a grudge against Project Stuzha.
Okay, so
The reason being,
Snezhnaya
her
believes
father
there's
passed away during the
something
early
to
stages
it.
of the project.
Oh.
That was back before it had been named Project Stuzha, when things were still being worked out. But in essence,
Okay,
it's
so
remained the same ever since.
So Snezhnaya believes there's something about it.
The more you know. Rosaline was always so self-centered. I never understood why she started paying so much attention to Odette.
Oh, even you didn't know about this?
Is that such a surprise? If you cast your mind back, you may remember that Rosaline and I weren't exactly close. We had tea together a few times, but that was about it.
Odette's past is no secret. Her father was a Fatus and her mother was a very famous ballerina. On the surface, it looks like she followed right in her parents' footsteps. But
They
the
are
truth is
seeming to
quite
be
a different
fixated
story.
on her, but I just can't believe
After her
it.
father passed away on a mission, her
It-
mother
it's
was
I feel
overcome
like
with
it's gotta
grief.
be someone
She broke her
high-ranking
leg during a
internally, and I don't.
performance and could never dance
Is
again.
Odette high-ranking? I didn't think so. But she knew her way around in terms of the expense reports, for example. So that is a thing.
Odette was only interested in ballet at the time, but this tragedy left the family with both breadwinners gone. They could barely make ends meet. Per Capitano's policy, family members of Fatui who died in the line of duty had to be appropriately accommodated and provided with adequate assistance. So, regardless of how Rosaline may have felt about it, it fell to her to resolve the issue of Odette's family's livelihood. In the end, the solution they agreed upon was to have Odette join the Fatui.
Interesting.
Right, because the alternative would
So
have been a
she's
one-off
not
compensation
even-
payment, I guess. In that sense, joining up was definitely the better option.
So she's not even here or with the Fatui because
Still,
she wanted
she must
to.
have had mixed feelings about it, right?
So that gives
If she
another
doesn't even
point
like
to
the
the whole
Fatui.
theory of, oh, that is probably it.
It's just a theory, a possibility. But as a motive for Odette to become Lelik, it holds up. That said, I have no idea where Odette's head is at right now, or what her conflict with
But they
Rosaline
shouldn't
was
they
about.
shouldn't focus too much on this, right?
Plenty
'Cause,
of people were on bad
there could
terms
be
with
much
Rosaline.
more.
I have
It
no
could be
intention of
anyone,
trying
really.
to figure it all out.
So Signora actually wanted to mend her relationship with Odette.
Yes, but there's not much point in discussing that now.
Yeah, back to Lelik. Since our investigations so far have turned up next to nothing, we've got nothing to lose by trying a new angle. Funnily enough, Tonya and I had actually made plans to go to the theater tomorrow to watch Odette's rehearsal. Unfortunately, thanks to this Lelik situation, I'll be stuck working
So I
overtime
guess
again.
we'll do that. We will do that instead then.
Which means you can go in my place. No point wasting the ticket.
Interesting
Plus,
that they
you'll get to
are
meet
selling rehearsal tickets. What's this rehearsal for?
Spirit Seeker. Quite the classic ballet. It was passed down through Odette's mother's family for generations, though it hasn't been performed in years. But Odette's been practicing it diligently, and it's finally ready for a return to the stage. Excitement is through the roof. Tickets for the official performance sold out long ago.
Tonya's excited for it too. She's desperate to see it no matter what. Personally,
So
it's not
they
really
started
my
selling
kind of thing,
rehearsal tickets?
but
You'd
since she's
think
my little
that's
sister, I had to
you
figure
think that's
something
not
out.
really the purpose, or not doesn't really make sense, but I guess it does.
I've actually seen it several times before. The story's pretty straightforward. The lead character follows a trail of clues left behind by a spirit, gradually recovering her memories along the way. It's a tale of love and regret. So not exactly reinventing the wheel, at least by today's standards. But when that classic melody kicks in and the lead character begins to dance, it always gets me. Not an easy dance to do justice to, though. I know it's always been Odette's dream to perform this piece, but I'm not sure she's really ready.
In that case, I think that even if she is Lelik, we should wait until her performance is over before we respond.
It is interesting thoughts, I have to
I'll let
say.
you take it from here, comrade.
At the very minimum, some interesting thoughts. We will see. Return to Podwarn Restaurant. We will see what happens. We need to know. We need to know what'll happen. But either way. Let's see. Luckily, it's basically on the opposite side. It's not too far. But yeah, as soon as we are done with Act 1, that's gonna be it for tonight. I do have a... Actually, I don't know if I'll stream... I should, that's the thing. But I have to see. Return to Podwarn Restaurant. Return specifically to our room with Paimon. Hello, Switin. There she is.
Sounds like you made a ton of progress today. It's good that everything's going so smoothly. Next step is to head back to the theater and get a clear answer from Odette.
It could be easier said than done. Even if she's the one, she won't necessarily admit it.
Either way, Paimon doesn't get the sense that she's a bad person. Sure, she might have done some pretty extreme things, but Paimon bet she has
Honestly, doubt it as well. I mean, she doesn't look like a bad person, you know?
Maybe this is going too far, but like, with everything she's managed to do so far, wouldn't it make more sense in theory to be even more, you know, heavy-handed?
I guess so?
Why leave a letter when she could, well, we know there are plenty of other ways to keep people in line, right? The point is, she could have gone further, but she didn't. So, if it is her...
It's Snezhnaya is a big question mark. I have to say that. I want to believe in her too.
Yeah! Well, all you can do is follow the facts wherever they lead.
How are you feeling today?
No change, really. But that thing Paimon told you about yesterday? Paimon feels like she can sense it more clearly now.
Oh, that's interesting.
Hearing you talk about your day makes Paimon itch for an adventure.
I mean, that makes me slightly worried that it might be. Maybe Stusha is gonna go wrong at some point, you know? That would be a bit of a concern, to say the least.
Yeah, I wish you could be there too. I'm not used to adventuring alone. But don't worry, we'll get to the bottom of this.
Guess it's just one of those things. Never mind. Paimon will behave herself and keep resting.
Better safe than sorry, to be fair.
If Odette is Lelik, she may well have inside information on Project Snezhnaya. Her father was
she
involved
probably
with
does.
the project's early implementation and tragically died in the process. Now, she's dedicated herself to bringing it to an end. It's hard to imagine she could have gotten this far without knowing anything at all about the Tsaritsa's true intentions. When she spoke to us as a member of the Fatui, how much did she let on? How much was she hiding?
Good. I mean, there's obviously more layers to Snezhnaya overall. In the meanwhile, thank you for the resub. 7th month. Thank you, Lars. And also welcome to the stream. Hope you had a great day so far.
Only time will tell. Maybe tomorrow, everything will be answered.
Hey look! It's snowing! Could be a tough day ahead. Make sure you wrap up warm tomorrow.
We don't want to have a similar cold than Paimon, even though we at this point know there's something else involved. Are we about to say something? No, okay. Well, it will certainly be very interesting to see where everything goes. Paimon goes back to sleep. You know, it would be kind of funny if we... I mean, there's only one pillar, so... Where even are we sleeping? On the couch? I mean, I guess? I guess so? It's probably... I mean, it's long enough. That's for sure. Either way, thank you very much for watching. This was Act 1. There is still a second act to come, so make sure to not miss that. I believe if I have enough time, I'll do an extra stream tomorrow, which would have been the scheduled stream for tonight. So, if you don't want to miss that, make sure to follow and subscribe to not miss that. It should be at a similar time than today. Although, actually, earlier. At the regular time at 7 PM, probably. Other than that, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for more Genshin. Until then, have a good night.
Coming up. And then go out hunting.